Hi, and welcome back. We're in tutorial 3C right now, recording with Reaper. We are going to explain something about recording using takes on a single track. Well, as a display area is always expensive, it's handy sometimes to record things on the same track and have them organized in takes. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you now. We're going to use the same file as Thomas has been using before. We have the ice bear coming in, and we will record some steps. And I will try to make it as out of sync as I can, so I can show you the advantages of take recording. Okay, I have my channel hooked up. It's the gray one up here. And it is in record mode, so I think we're ready to go. We can just push record here, and I'll go into position. So that was pretty bad, and I'll try to do it pretty bad one more time in a completely other way. And the difference now is that I'm not going to make a new track for this, but I'm going to record this on the same track. So basically what we can do here now is do again record. We change nothing else, and here we go. So that was it. And as our track shows now, there are two recordings on the same track. I'm still not happy with what I did, so let's just make another one for safety. So as you can see now on the screen, there are three different takes embedded in one item. And I'm going to show you what the advantage of this is. If we're just playing it back, we will get our sound. And if we want to listen to another take, we can just click on the different color here or the different color there. So we should be getting these signals. So what exactly is the advantage of this? Well, we have three takes which we have on top of each other, closely organized. And we could, for instance, start to trim this a little bit at the beginning and put our cursor here to make a first cut, and put our cursor here to make a second cut, and here we're going to make a third cut. I'm not paying attention to the sync at the moment at all. I just wanted to show you how this actually works. So right now we can choose which part of the waveforms we're going to use from which take. So I'll quickly randomly go through this. I'll make another cut here. So we can choose this one. And this will give us quite a different experience. So we could also make it a little bit bigger. And we could say, oh, but this would be good if it would be a little bit earlier. We would like to move only this one. So now our trick with option comes in really handy, where we can option drag only this part of the waveform, and have it aligned with this one if you would like the sound of this one, for instance, better than the sound of that one. Also for this one we can just move it a little bit earlier. Oops. This is getting a little bit too long, but it's easy to get this out. We can just delete that part if we don't like it. So eventually we have our takes organized as we want. So we can even like drag it to another step. And if we are completely satisfied with this, we can select everything and lock it. So now we would have this combination of steps. As I said before, it's not synced yet. Thomas is going to show you later how to do that exactly and show you some things about panning as well. But this was mainly it for recording with takes and how to cut them together and how to move around some sound inside of a take. If we are absolutely sure of what we have achieved, we can make a time selection over here and just render it as a new take. And then on the bottom we would have our version available. We can use T to go from one take to another, or Shift T to go back if we have a lot of takes. I'll go to the bottom one, and we could use Option Shift T to just select the take that we want to use, which is the gray one on the bottom. So we have decided on our take parts, and we could even now either render them as a new take or glue all the items together within the time selection, or just glue the items within the time selection. I can click this one to select it and then shift click and everything in between will be selected, and then glue these items together to make it into one take. So that was it for working with takes. As you can see, it's really easy. It's a bit of a time saver as well. You keep your stuff pretty well organized, and you can just stay within one track. This is also an advantage if you have all your tracks affected with a track effect. It's more easy to have everything organized on one track altogether. Okay, thanks very much, and we'll see you later.